Yo everyone, it's Hanson back with another video. Today I want to talk about how do you increase your MMR and what's the #1 rule to increase your MMR. First of all, you guys are watching this video because you're curious, like you want to find a way to increase your MMR. Hi Kenneth. And I want to discuss about this in my channel today. Like for me, I think the #1 rule is the #1 rule before you learn anything mechanically or like improving your skills. First, you have to accept yourself. Alright, whether you're 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, or even 5K, and you think you're not at the top because the highest MMR as per today is above 10K MMR. Yo, Zubin Zahir. So here's something to think about. Alright, people are ashamed of their MMR if they're below 3K, right? I think most of you out there will be ashamed. Or when you're below 5K, you probably feel bad, like I shouldn't show my MMR and I should always hide my solo MMR from other players. So today I'm gonna tell you, you have to be brave to face yourself. It's like looking into a mirror. So Dota 2 solo MMR is like looking into a mirror in a Dota 2 way. You can't look into a mirror and tell yourself you're so skinny when you're really fat. Like, we tell lies only to our girlfriends or a wife, right? Or a woman. We tell lies to a woman because they like to be praised. But when it comes to your solo MMR, hi everyone, hi honey, hi horrible Rukanji, how do you spell it? So solo MMR is actually a mirror of yourself in Dota 2, okay? Imagine like this is a Dota 2 mirror. So you have to turn everyone, before you grind the MMR road, go to edit profile and turn on your solo MMR and show it to everyone. Even you're less than 1K MMR. This is the first thing that everyone needs to do before you increase your MMR. Why do I say so? If you're fat and you want to get, for example, if you're fat and you want to slim down and you avoid looking into the mirror, you're not going to slim down any little bit because you don't accept yourself. You don't accept the truth. Right? So what I'm saying here is we need to learn how to accept the truth before we want to achieve something, right? Let's say MMR, let's translate MMR into money in your bank account. Alright? Hello. Lost 10 ranked games. Same, I lost a lot of games lately. All are red, as you can see in my Dota 2. So, like, alright, so some people will say, hey, I'm 2.2K, right? And I don't know where I stand today. So I'll break this statistics down. This is the Dota 2 matchmaking statistic live. They update this every minute or every 5 minutes. As I'm going through this, a new update will happen. So this is the solo MMR distribution amongst 4.4 million players. Listen to the guru. Yeah, today I'm the guru. So there's 4.4 million players stats are shown here live today. As per today. This is live update every minute or every 5 minutes. I'm not very sure. And okay, the data stats. So here's the case. If you look at this, the full data set doesn't solely track ranked players, but as many players as possible. Only a small fraction of all Dota 2 players play rank. Roughly in 1 in 3 or less. So 1 in every 3 player or less are playing MMR games. Alright? So if you have an MMR score, no matter how much it is, it's still better than those. See, never showed is 67% of players that have never played MMR games, not showing MMR, or never showed MMR. That means they're probably not even playing MMR with their Dota 2 account. So if you have an MMR ranking, you're already better than 67%. Okay, now let's get into the MMR thing. So first, all right, I also have it posted on my screen. I think it's somewhere around here. It's saying that's the stats I got. So to back up what I'm saying in my video, I have to prove it, right? Easy plus 25 MMR. Lol. Your solo MMR is 2.5k. Yeah, you're about close to the top 50% of all the players playing. So by looking at the stats, you see if you scroll this, right, you can see, you can even go to this web page if you want to. Everyone can enter this. So if you scroll this, you see 99 point. Well, let's go to 99.99, right? Okay, if you look at this, 99.99%. So this means that this player is better than 99.99% of the 4.4 million players in the whole world. So that means they're 0.01. They're the top 0.01% players in the world, which is written on my screen, and they're above 7.4k MMR. Yeah, 3.6 is above 3.5k is top 25%. If you're above 4.1k, you're actually the top 10% in the world. So I'll go through my list first. So above 7.4k, you're the top 0.01% of the pro players in the whole world. If you're over 5.2k, you're the top 1%. I skipped the 0.1% because I don't think it's that important when you're over 1%. Like, yeah, if you top the 1%, after that, it's not as important until you top the 0.01%, which is the pro players that we see in all the pro teams right now. And then, yeah, you have to be that good to be one of the pro team, except for some captains, like or players in SG Esports that storm the Kiev major, that plays in the final. I think the captain or the highest MMR player in their team is 5.5k in SG Esports, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they're playing the finals of Kiev major. Imagine that. That's big. So if you're top 1% and higher, actually you're considered a pro player, I would say, unless you only spam one hero to get to the top. So 4.1k and above is top 10%, 3.5k and above and you're the top 25%, 3.1k and above is top 40%, and 2.8k and above is top 50%. I have statistics to prove what I say. So here's what it says. 7.4k and above, it's better than 99.99% of the players in the world. If we scroll down to, we'll talk about top 1%. Okay, it's 6.2k and above, that's the top 0.1%. And if you scroll down a bit more, right, okay, here we go. Here's the top 1% of the world, 5.2k and above. And then we scroll down again. I just want some proof, you know, in my video. I don't want to just talk about it. It's not based on my facts, it's based on the statistics I found in the Dota 2 matchmaking stats. So this is 4.1k and above is actually better than 90.09% of every player in the world that plays MMR. And then let's go down to 25% will be here, starting here. It's actually a bit more than 25%. I mean a bit less, maybe 24%. So here's 3.5k and above. So if you're 3.550 and above, you're probably like the top 25. And then top 40% will be around here. This is where the majority are. That's 3.1k to 3.2k. And then you have the top 50%, which is 2.8k and above. So if you're 2.8k and above, you're better than half the players of 4.4 million. Like, you're better than, if you're 2.8k MMR, solo MMR and above, you're better than 2.2 million players in the whole fucking world of Dota 2. This is weird, sounds weird, right? Can you become a pro champ now? Yeah, of course. Yeah, top 10% sounds pretty elite, and here's where you want to set your goal. Where is your next goal at, and where are you right now? You have to face yourself, right? As I said, you have to turn on your solo MMR and show it to everyone and say, hey, I'm a 3k trash, or I'm a 2k scrub, you know? Hi, Meat Poo. Yeah, it applies to myself as well because I lose a lot of MMR. I'm hovering between 4.2k and 3k right now. But my highest was 4.2 and my lowest was like 1.7. I'm 3k now, but I'm like 4k 30 days ago. I'm actually 4k 30 days ago, but now I'm at 3k. So from top 10% I dropped to like top 40%. And here's another thing I want you guys to see. This is the MMR world leaderboards, right? Everyone knows this, right? Top 200 players by solo rank MMR. So you can see oh, I forgot to talk about one thing. So players for that is the 0.01% top players in the world above 7.4k MMR. That is only around 440 people. Only 440 people in this world. But in the world leaderboard, there's 200 in each region. Means there's 4 region and there's 800 people's name on the board, right? So there's more than, so there will be players below 7.4k MMR in this leaderboard, right? Makes sense? And then I want you to see this one. This one is fantastic. Alright, as you can see, RTZ is the top 1 world MMR, right? Does MMR equals to player skills? It doesn't really equals to your player skill, but it just shows that you're in that top range, right? Higher doesn't mean better in every way, but they're just really skilled to be in the leaderboard. Alright, we have GH. You see, RTZ and Mid-1 is better than GH, but they didn't win the TI. This is the best example, right? And then, if you see like Liquid and all these players here, not everyone here wins TI, or they have never won TI before. Like some of them, most of them have never won a TI before. But if you scroll down and find Kuro, this is where Kuro's at. Okay, look at this. He's at number 87, scoring 7.4k MMR. This doesn't mean that. So Kuro and RTZ have a 2.5k MMR different, right? This doesn't mean that Kuro is a bad player. So do not feel bad about your MMR, no matter how low your MMR is. Especially those players that's below 3k. Don't be afraid to face yourself, because that's yourself. You have to look at your MMR and say, hey, that's me. And that's where I am. This is where Kuro's at. 7.4k. No one actually even want to talk about his MMR. But he's the TI7 champion and the best captain in the world. Let's spam MMR and make it 1k. Lol. How did I manage to lose 1k in a month? I've gained 2k in a month as well. I've ever done, my best record was from 1.7k to 3.9k in 1 month, in 30 days. That's my highest record. I actually wanted to do a video about it, but I wasn't a YouTuber yet. That time I didn't have the equipment to do it yet, so it wasn't recorded. I should have recorded that in a broken way. In one way or another, I should have recorded that because I've actually done it and people have seen me done it. So this is what I want you guys to think. From today, starting from now, if you want to increase your MMR, go to edit profile, turn on your solo MMR and something else, okay? Just show it to everyone. This is me. And you have to accept that. First, accept yourself, and then you will find ways and means to increase your solo MMR. That's the second step. And I'll try and help you guys to make more guides on YouTube so that you guys can have a look at it later. Yeah, 2.2k in 30 days. Yeah, I actually did it before. But not in this patch. It was like 7.0 to 7.02 or something, I think. It was like 7 or 7.01, I can't remember. It was the first starting like 7.0 patch. But before I do a guide, my MMR dropped because I didn't figure out this patch fast enough. Because the tricks and the skill I used for the previous patch doesn't apply in this patch. It was actually spamming position 4. Any hero that goes into position 4 will help you win MMR. It was like the era of roaming support at that time. But this time, I've tried playing roaming support. It doesn't really work out that well. So I'm not gonna tell you guys to follow how I do that in this patch. And the next patch is coming soon because they're gonna release 2 heroes. I have wins and lose for the whole month, but I still win a lot. Like I probably play 10 games, I lose 1 or 2 games in 10 games. Not like this. It doesn't look like this at all. It's like more like 2 page. Sometimes I get 2 page of green and 1 or 2 red only. Like if you scroll down like this, yeah, it's more green and maybe 1 or 2 red, and they're all green. That's how you're gonna increase 2k in 1 month. I play around 10 to 15 games a day, so it's easy for me to do it. And for all of you out there, I just want to say this, man. Accept yourself. You are what you are, okay? Show your solo MMR today. Turn it on. Don't worry, of course you're gonna get bashed by anyone else. Some people might be worried, hey, what if my friends call me a 2k scrub or something? Don't worry about that. Everyone start from this MMR. Do you think Miracle start with 9k MMR? No, he didn't. He start with maybe 2k or 1k MMR and play his way through, right? So Miracle, Kuro, everyone is like us. They start in a low MMR, probably 3k to between 3 to 5k, and then they grind their way up to where they are right now. So yeah, don't feel bad about yourself. Is there anything you guys want to ask or discuss about in this video? Yeah, in between 3 to 5k. That's what I said. Everyone start between 3 to 5k. Yeah, now it's changed. Now you have to start in the maximum of 3.5, I think. 5 to 9 is hard, yeah. Because 5k, above 5k, you're like the top 1% in the whole world. Look at that. There. Top 1%, man. Yeah, but for us it's easy. And one more thing I want you guys to think about. If you guys, I'm very sure some of you, like me, I think I'm worth at least 7k MMR, right? Do you guys think that? Do you guys have that in mind? Like, hey, I think my skill is worth at least 5k. Do you guys ever think like that? It's good to think like that, but if you think like that, you have to play like that in your Pops game. Just imagine, what if Kuro comes in our game and play with us? Like, Kuro is one of the 10 players. Let's say he's in this game, okay? What will his score, his KDA will be like? It won't be like mine. Kuro won't score like a 2, 11, 15, right? So if you think you're 7.4k like Kuro, make sure you score like a 7.4k Kuro, like this. Maybe this guy. 21, 3, 10. So this is what a 7k MMR will look like in a 3k MMR game, right? So if you're not achieving something like that, like me, so I'm always learning every day. I think I fucked up most of my games. Yeah, and everyone's gonna be like, hey Kuro, what are you doing in my game? Why do you like score 20, 21, 3, 10? And I'm scoring 2, 11, 15. Right? So you need to think about that. If you belong in the 7k bracket, you will play like a 7k in a 3k bracket. You have only played 3 games of rank. 3 times my teammate fat, so I never played again. Oh, that's sad, David Grunil. Levi, he's gonna say fucking noobs, GGWP, FF please. Lol. Honey, my friend told me that the Battle Pass MMR will be the normal MMR when the international ends. Oh yeah. No, you have to play at least 40 games. You have to play at least 10 games to be calibrated. I think I calibrated in like about 3.2k and I dropped because I keep losing. Yeah, you see it says here peak is 3192. It's about 3.2k. 18 games. You need to have 40 games to transfer this MMR into your own MMR right now. Yeah, when you have 40 games and you have to wait for the battle pass to end, and they will offer you a chance to transfer it. It will be over here. I've done it before. It will be here. Because I dropped to like a very low MMR before this. I was like, the lowest of my MMR was like 1.7k, and I didn't give up. And I kept playing. And I got back to like 3.9, almost 4k. And then I drop again. Because of 7.06, I didn't do well. After they patched 7.06, my MMR kept dropping. Because I really can't figure out the right way to play this in a position 4 or 5 role yet. Or even position 3. It's so hard. And any questions? Or anything you guys think should be the first rule before admitting or accepting your own MMR? I think accepting your own MMR is the first rule of every Dota player, especially low MMR players who wants to grind their way up. So be sure not to run away from reality. That's the worst thing you want to do, right? Looks like everyone's pretty good. No one's having questions or any other way of thinking about this part. Seems like everyone agree with me. If someone disagree, you can like say how you disagree and why. And what is a better way? Yeah, around 12k games. I can show you my Dota buff, everything's there. Around 12k matches, 6k wins. About my win rate is around 50% overall in 12k games. You know what I did wrong? What I did wrong before is I random 11k games. 11k games. I tried randoming 11k games for every MMR game, and I dropped to from 4.2k to 1.7k MMR. I actually want to prove like by randoming every game I can hit like 7k MMR. But I learned it the hard way, and I fail so hard. So from my experience, I can tell you guys, never ever random in a MMR game. You will never get a high MMR by randoming. Just play the heroes that you're confident with, or if you can outdraft your enemy, that's the best. Yeah man, it's in my Dota buff and it's gonna be there forever. But I managed to balance a 50% win rate, over 50%, after randoming 11k games. That's one good news, but it's the bad way. I learned it the hard way. So if you guys are on Twitch with me and see me play my games, I will never ever random a hero. I'll always think carefully and wait for the last pick and pick and draft according to my team and my enemy. Yeah, I hope I can climb back up again. I'm trying to figure out this patch like an easy way for everyone, but I just couldn't figure out. I actually figured out like the first patch from 7.0 to 7.03. I actually found all the heroes that are good for grinding MMRs, and like how you can win by playing a support or a core on a certain hero just to grind your MMR. But this patch is like half and half, like a 50-50%. All the heroes that have done well last week might fail this week. So it's hard for me to do a guide right now, but I'm trying to figure out and do some general guides first before I do into a meta guide. If you guys like warding and how to stack and how to control your lane and win your lanes, I'm gonna do like more general guides for you guys for this patch. But I'm curious about the next patch, whether they might nerf or buff the like all the NCs, or they might buff the lane creeps. Who knows? With 2 extra hero and a new patch coming, I'm predicting it's gonna be a 7.1 patch. It's gonna call 7.1 for sure, and I hope the best. If I can figure out faster, then I can release a guide to help you guys to build up your MMR. Why sometimes you get 25, then 28, and the numbers? Oh, it depends on the horrible Rukenji was right, like on the average MMR. If your average MMR is lower than the other team, let's say your MMR is lower and the other team is higher, right? So if you win the game, you get plus 28, and this team will have minus 28. But if you lose the game when you're lower and they're higher, you get like minus 28, and they get plus 28. Oh no, you get minus 22 and they got plus 28. Yeah, I think something like that. I've ever get minus 1 MMR in my game, and minus 5, and plus 5 and plus 1 as well, because the MMR gap is too high. How is my wins time 2 my solo MMR? This is a good question. I don't know how I get there. And how is my commendations higher than my fucking solo MMR? This is one more question as well that I'm wondering today. How can my MMR be lower than my commendations? But yeah, this is me. I played 12k games, random 11k games, fucked up my MMR, I dropped like 1k MMR in 30 days. I've increased 2k MMR in 30 days. Shit happens in life, that's all I can say. And I think if there's no questions or discussions after this, we'll just end the video right there, make it a shorter video this time. And I'm sure to be back with some more interesting and good videos for you guys. And any videos that you guys are interested or want me to make in future, just let me know. I'll try and create some useful videos for you guys. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you on Twitch or my next video next time on YouTube. Bye bye.